Hasselbeck, Rob Ninkovich joining me now here on SportsCenter. And guys, let's get right to it because there was one particular game in the NFC that had several storylines. One, the Saints had a chance to clinch the NFC South for a fourth straight year. They needed a win over the Eagles to do it. But then Philly had a new quarterback, Jalen Hurts, getting the start for the recently benched Carson Wentz. And how would he start? By doing that. Touchdown pass to Alshon Jeffrey, 15 yards. Eagles take a 7-0 lead. Then here, it's 10-0 Philly. Miles Sanders like, yo, I'll handle this one. 82 yards down the sideline. It's a 17-0 Eagles lead at the half. Let's go to the third quarter. Saints yet to get on the board. Alvin Kamara, that changed that. 5-yard touchdown run there. It's 17-7. Still in the third. Taysom Hill, play action looking deep for Emmanuel Sanders. And he had him. 37 yards in the pitch and catch. So the Saints score 14 straight points to cut it to a 3-point deficit. Fourth quarter, Saints going for it, 4th and 2. Hill rolls to the right, gets sacked, fumbles. Eagles recover. They would have got the ball anyway. It's all good, but they would not convert on the fourth down with the Saints, and that gives the Eagles a chance to do that. Sanders gets in the end zone. So now it's 24-14, and yeah, Mike Trout, cardboard cutout or not, he was hyped. Here come the Saints, though. Hill, Jared Cooks, what a catch. 20-yard touchdown there. So now it's a 3-point game. Saints go with the onside kick. And like the Eagles act like they didn't want to touch it for a while. And the ball gets loose and everyone says they have it. It actually hits off an Eagles player's foot. But somehow Jalen Mills goes in there and comes out with it. And the Eagles hang on to win it 24-21. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 30, 167. He also ran for 106 yards. And speaking of those 106 rushing yards, according to Elias, the second most by a player in their first career starting quarterback since 1950, trailing only Lamar Jackson's 119 back in 2018. Even more impressive when you consider the Saints had not allowed an individual 100-yard rusher in 55 straight games, and that includes the playoffs. And today, they allowed 2 of them. All right, Tim, let's start with you. First career start for Hurts, and he gets his first win. What was your assessment of what you saw from the rookie in his debut?
I thought he played really well. You know, he's facing a good defense in the Saints, and I thought it was a balanced performance by him. The passing numbers are not, overly impressive, just over 6% of, completion percentage. But he was efficient, didn't have any brutal mistakes. But what he did do an excellent job of was run the football. And I think it was a combination of design runs as well as runs, off of the scramble. Here's a 3rd and 1 where he's met in the hole and he wins the battle. It's a first down. Then backed up, they have a zone read where he keeps the football and he gets a first down. It eventually leads to the long Miles Sanders touchdown run. And then on a 3rd and 2 and kind of a critical moment with the lead, they run him again on a quarterback sweep successfully. But then it was also some of these plays, escaping outside the pocket on a design pass play, running for the first down. You saw it at the end of the first half. It was just a lot of, good opportunities for him. He has a natural ability to know when to run, know where to go when things break down. And I think that was evident, and it was something that it seemed like this Eagles offense kind of fed off of.
Yeah, it looked like reminiscent of what he was doing during his time there in Tuscaloosa before going on to Oklahoma. Rob, what about you? From your defensive eyes, what did you see from Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, he looks good. And look, the Eagles have themselves a quarterback problem because what are they going to do with Wentz next year? I like what I saw to Hurts, his ability to get out of the pocket. The offensive line we know has been decimated with injuries. And this is really the first time I've seen the Eagles offense move the ball with success against the best defense in the NFL. Yeah, that's right. The Saints are a really good defense. So his ability to scramble, extend plays, get out of situations against the blitz, just like in this clip here, getting the ball out of his hands, realizing what he is seeing, beating defensive ends to the edge because he's faster than them. So him taking advantage of what the defense is showing him and going out there and producing, scrambling for first downs. I mean, he made a lot of guys look slow out there. So he's a very fast quarterback, and this is his first start. So what is he going to be as he progresses? I think he's going to learn, become a better quarterback. So, look, the Eagles, at this point right now, they're trying to figure out what they have on their roster. for next year. And right now, that he looks like Hurts is going to be the quarterback to me.
Yeah, very nice debut to say the least, and I just can't wait to hear some of the comments from Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio tomorrow after this performance from Jalen Hurts. Guys, sit tight. We do want to talk about the Saints aspect of this game, but live right now on SportsCenter, here's Sean Payton following the loss.
Sean, can you just describe what you saw with Jalen Hurts in the quarterback run game?
Well, listen, I felt like he played well. He played exceptionally well, and he hurt us. We'll look at the tape. Obviously, we didn't do a good enough job of slowing that down. When a team rushes for 250 yards, not a lot good can happen. But I'll say this, he was impressive just watching him. I thought he played with poise, made some throws. He was smart. He did a good job.
Hey, Sean, what happened on the I guess the fourth down call on the end of the drive right after you guys got the fourth down stop? What happened on that play there?
Yeah, look, it ended up being a sack. We got a little different coverage. Probably it was more of an aggressive call by me, a shot play, and it's one of those where I want that back relative to the timing in the game. We had the momentum. Kind of have a bust in protection, and we're trying to take a shot to score.
Sean, it seems like you guys do a really good job of avoiding coming out flat. When this sort of thing happens, why do you think that is? If you even can put your finger on that.
Yeah, look, it's hard to point to one specific thing, but it's something as a coach you think about every week. Are we ready to play? Did we do everything necessary to be ready to play? Or and so there's you evaluate your preparation, and we didn't do a good enough job as coaches, starting with myself, in preparing our guys and getting ready. And now look at halftime, we came back out with a little bit of juice and energy, and made it a little bit closer game, but clearly we didn't play one of our better games today. That was obvious.
And you guys haven't really faced like a lot of quarterbacks who run, specifically like designed run plays this year. When you're seeing that for the first time in week 13, does that make it more challenging? Yeah,
look, each week we're seeing unique and different offenses, and so was this one a little bit more specific? You might say that, but yet it's an RPO-driven team, and look, Jalen, he played well. He played really well.
Hey, Sean, in that long drive in the fourth quarter that ended with a 57-yard missed field goal, it's easy for people to say, like, there's no sense of urgency or whatever, or you need to move faster. But what goes into that? Like, if you're looking at this drive and people are saying the team's not moving fast enough, like, generally, why would that occur, I guess, if that's question makes any sense?
We're always mindful of where we're at with the clock, where we're at with our timeouts. So I don't know what people you're talking about, but it's something that, there's various tempos we use, and that's what I would say.
The announcers were talking about sense of urgency, which I'm sure you love that term, but I didn't know if that was...
All right, back to the Eagles. Miles Sanders taking questions about his new starting quarterback.
Awesome, man. The tape shows for itself. He's so confident, and so, like, he's a natural leader, and we just needed that. He gave us that spark starting from last week, but man, y'all seen it all. I think we played a total of 4 quarters today, and I think we look like a complete team. Minus the penalties, we got to clean that up, but overall, though, I think this whole team did a hell of a job.
We'll go John and then Kristen Rogers.
Hey, Miles. Obviously, the big run, 82 yards. Kind of take us through that, and how much did Jalen's presence open up things for you throughout the afternoon?
Opened up a lot of stuff, from the first play to the last. They had to respect him and his legs, And you know, he's been doing a great job just reading the DN and reading his keys to either pull it or take it. But that was a regular inside